Now let's explore the DateTIme module in Python, which helps you work with dates, times, and timestamps. It is great for logging, reports, or time-based actions. So to work with DateTIme, first we have to import the DateTIme module, okay? And this gives you access to powerful tools like datetime.datetime, then datetime.datetime if you want both date and time. Then it gives access to datetime.date if you want only date, and it gives datetime.time if you want only time, not the date part, and more. So let's see how we work with that. Let's have a variable called now. You can name this anything. Now we can write datetime dot, and in the datetime we have some tools, and the first one is datetime. And if we give another dot, you'll see some methods. So first we have this now method. We can call this, and it will return us the current time when the program is running. So what I can do is I can write print, then current date and time, then comma, and we can just write the now variable. Now if I run the code, you'll see it prints current date and time, then the year 2015, the month, the day, and the time, which is 2:29, then the milliseconds. Okay, then we can have only date without time. So for example, we can have another variable called today date. You can name this anything. Then we can write datetime dot date, then we can call the today method. Okay, and we can just print today's date, comma, and today date. Okay, now if I run the code, you'll see it prints the date of today. Now you can just access the year or the month or the day itself. So if you write here dot, then just year, and run the code, you'll see it just prints the year. If you write here month, run the code, you'll see it prints the month. If you write here day, run the code, you'll see it just prints the day. Okay, now you can have custom dates as well. So for example, we have a variable called birthday, and there we can write datetime dot datetime, and inside there we can pass a year, for example 1999, then a month, then a day, for example 5, then a time, means first we give the hour, then some minutes, for example 30. Okay, you can give seconds or milliseconds, but let's not go further. And now if you write the print statement and just write my birthday colon and just write birthday, now if you run the code, you'll see it prints in a nice date formatting. Now we can format this kind of date to a beautiful looking string as well. So for that, what you have to do is you just have to take another variable, current time equal datetime dot datetime, then dot now. Now if you just print the current time, if you run the code, you'll see that this is how it looks. It is not that much readable. So to make that more readable, what you can do is you can write another variable called formatted equal current time, means this one, this variable current time dot strftime. So this will convert this date to a string, and inside the method we can tell that how it should format. So in the formatting, first it should hold the day. So we give %d, then it should have a hyphen then we give percentage m for month, then another hyphen, then percentage y for year. We can give the capital Y here. Then let's have a space after having the date, then we can have the time. So percentage I for hour of 12-hour format, then we can have this colon, then percentage m for minutes, and percentage p for am pm. Okay, now here we can just pass formatted, means the formatted time. You are seeing this kind of ugly date, but when I run this code, you'll see now this date looks nice. First it gives the day, then the month, then the year, and then the formatted time as well. Now let me comment out this code, run the code. You'll see the output is empty, and let me show you some more things. So let's say we have a date string. It is not a date but a string, means a date in a string. So it is 2104 then 2025. Okay, so it is a date, but in programming it is considered as a string, because if I write the print statement and say that type method, and inside if I pass the date string and run the code, you will see it is a string. But if you want to do some date operations, then you have to convert this string into a date. So how will you do that? For that, we can parse this string to a date. So let's have another variable called parsed date equal DateTime dot DateTime, and again dot string ptime. And if I pass that date string, and in the second argument we can give the formatting. So first we want the date, then we want the month, and then we want the year. Okay, now if I run the code, you'll see it is saying string because we are passing date string in the type method. We have to pass the parsed date. Okay, so now if I run the code, you'll see the type is DateTime. So first it looked like this one. So now after parsing, if I remove the type method and just print the parsed date and run the code, you'll see how it prints. It prints in a nicer way. Now you can have the time as well. So after a space, you can have percentage I colon percentage m, then percentage p. If you run the code, now here you will get this 00, but if you give the time, means a clock time, then it would be added here. Now let me comment this and show you some more date arithmetic operations. So here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have another variable called a today equal DateTime dot now. Oh, I have to write DateTime dot DateTime then dot now. Okay, so after having this, we can just write future equal today plus DateTime dot time delta, and we can give here days equal 7. Now it will give the date after 7 days, so we can print that. So print 7 days from now, and we can concatenate with just future. Now if I run the code, you'll see it gives the date after 7 days. If you give here 30, it will give the date after 30 days in the future variable. So if you run the code, as you can see, it gives the date after 30 days. So I hope you understood the use case of the DateTime module. See you in the next one.